Okay, guys, we are back here with our North Carolina coach book, and we are going to start the human body. If you want to follow along, we are on page 92. And if you, we need to be working and taking notes with our study guide here. Now, you'll notice there's not as many blanks. However, there's a lot of words in here. Remember that this is a study guide tool to help you. So that when you're at home studying, that you can prepare for your EOG. Okay, so in lesson 14, you learn that cells are the building blocks of all living things. You also learn that cells work together in groups in humans and other multicellular organisms. You may have different body systems that work together to carry out all of your body functions. Recall that a system is a group of parts that work together. Systems can work together to make up larger whole. There are many systems in the human body. Each system performs its own special function. Your body systems work together to carry out all of your body's functions and to keep you healthy. Looking at the respiratory system here. The respiratory system takes in oxygen from the air you breathe. The lungs are the main structures of the respiratory system. When you breathe in, air enters your body through your nose or mouth. The air moves down your throat and passes through your trachea or windpipe to your lungs. Oxygen is taken into your blood and carbon dioxide leaves your blood through the thin walls of tiny structures in the lungs. Carbon dioxide is then removed from your body. The air you breathe out has less oxygen and more carbon dioxide than the air you breathe in. A thin sheet called the diaphragm lies below the lungs. The diaphragm is the muscles attached to your ribs, tightens and relaxes when to make you breathe in and breathe out. These muscles are not part of the respiratory system, but they do help it work. So right here, you're breathing in through your nasal passages or your mouth, and you're breathing down your trachea, which is your windpipe, and into your lungs. Your diaphragm is at the very bottom right here. It is connected to your ribs, and it is going to help, but it's not part of the respiratory system. So let's look at this. A body blank is a group of parts that work together. So what is something that works together? A system, but perform their own special functions to carry out all your body's functions and keep you healthy. The blank system is made up of the nose, mouth, trachea, lungs, and diaphragm. So what did we just read about? The respiratory, respiratory. The respiratory system is made up of the nose, mouth, trachea, lungs, and diaphragm. When you breathe in through your nose or mouth, the air enters and moves down your throat, passing through your blank windpipe. What's the windpipe called? What is the windpipe called? Do you remember? It's down here. It's in right here. Trachea. To your lungs, where oxygen is taken to your blood. Carbon dioxide is blank when you breathe out. So carbon dioxide is blank when you breathe out. Okay, so the carbon dioxide is blank when you breathe out. A thin sheet below the blank is called the diaphragm. So it is removed. Carbon dioxide is removed when you breathe out. A thin sheet below the blank called the diaphragm works with the muscles to make you breathe in and out. A thin sheet called the diaphragm lies below the lungs. The diaphragm and muscles attached to your ribs tighten and relax to help you breathe. in and breathe out. These muscles are not part of the respiratory system, but they help it work. So, where are we at? A thin sheet below the blank called the diaphragm. Where is it located? Below the lungs, called the diaphragm, works with the muscles to help make you breathe in and out. You get the materials and blank your body needs to stay alive and grow by eating food. So we have not, when we're talking about breathing, we have not gotten our eating food system. So we're going to go on to page 93, which is called our digestive system. Okay. Your body needs materials and energy to stay alive and grow. You get these things from food you eat. The digestive system breaks down food so that it can be used by the body. The process begins in your mouth when you chew. Chewing breaks food into smaller pieces. Then the food enters the esophagus, a tube that is connected to the stomach. In the stomach, the food is mixed with chemicals that help break it down. Next, the food passes into the small intestine. More chemicals continue to break down food in the small intestine. Nutrients are then absorbed by the body. In the large intestine, water is removed from food and taken to the body. Any remaining food that has not been digested becomes waste. So let's see if we can answer any information about the digestive system here. Okay. You get the materials and blank your body needs to stay alive and grow by eating food. So you get the materials and energy your body needs to stay alive and grow by eating food. The blank system is made up of the mouth, esophagus, and stomach, small intestine, and large intestine. So that is made up of our digestive system, made up of the mouth, esophagus, and stomach, small intestine, and large intestine. Chewing food breaks it down into smaller pieces that enter the blank and travels through the stomach. So when we chew, breaking food into smaller pieces. When the food enters the esophagus, a tube that's connected to the stomach. So it enters the what? Esophagus, right here. And travels into the stomach where it is mixed with chemicals that help break it down. In the small intestine, more break. So in the stomach, the food is mixed with chemicals to help break it down. Next, the food is passed into the small intestine. More chemicals continue to break it down into the small intestine. Nutrients are then absorbed by the body. So it says right here, in the small intestine, more break down the food and nutrients are absorbed by the body. So in the small intestine, more what? More chemicals break down the food and nutrients that are absorbed by the body. The large intestine removes blank from the food and takes it to the body. Nutrients absorbed by the body. In the large intestine, water is removed from food and taken to the body. Any remaining food that has not been digested becomes waste. The large intestine takes what from us? Water from the food and takes it to the body. Any undigested food becomes, do you remember? Any undigested food becomes waste. Okay, we are looking at the circulatory system. The circulatory system. The circulatory system carries oxygen, food, waste throughout the body. The heart, blood vessels, and blood make up this system. The heart is the center of the circulatory system. The heart pumps blood through blood vessels called arteries. The blood moves through the arteries into capillaries. In the capillaries, oxygen and food move from the blood to the body's cells. Carbon dioxide and other wastes move from the cells to the blood. Next, the blood moves through veins, which carry it back to the heart. The circulatory system works with other systems. The respiratory system takes in oxygen from the air in your lungs. The circulatory system carries the oxygen to every cell of your body. The digestive system breaks down food into forms the body can use. The circulatory system absorbs those nutrients and carries them into the cells of the body. So our circulatory system does what? Oxygen, food, and waste are carried through the body by the blank system. Oxygen, food, and waste are carried throughout the body with the circulatory, which is made up of the heart, blood vessels, and blood. The blank pumps blood through the arteries and capillaries. The heart pumps blood through the arteries and capillaries where oxygen and food move from the blood to the body cells. Carbon dioxide and other wastes move from cells to the blood, and blank carry it back to the heart. Okay, so what carries it back to the heart? The veins carry it back to the heart. The respiratory and circulatory system work blank to take in oxygen and air and carry the oxygen to every cell of your body. They work with other systems so what do? They work together, right? They work together to take in oxygen from the air and carry out oxygen to every cell in the body. The digestive system and the circulatory system work together to break down food and absorb the blank that carry them in the cells to your body. So the question says the digestive system and circulatory systems works together to break down food and absorb the blank. So what does it absorb? What does it absorb? Nutrients, and carry them to the cells of the body. The basic framework of the body it's on the next page. So if you want to turn to page 94, we are going to be looking at the skeletal and muscular systems. The skeletal system is the basic framework of the body is the skeleton. The human skeletal system is made up of 206 bones that give the body structure and support. Bones also cover and protect organs inside the body. The skull protects the brain. The ribs protect the lung and the hearts. Bones would not work without muscles to move them. Muscles pull the bones to produce movement. The muscular system is made up of all of the muscles attached to the bones. These muscles move the body. So we're going to go look at our notes here. And it says right here, the basic framework of the body is the blank system. So the basic framework is the skeletal system. Which is made up of 206 bones that give the body structure and support, covering and protecting blank inside the body. What is it covering and protecting? Organs inside the body. Bones would not work without the blank that pull the bones to produce movement. Bones would not work without muscles that produce movement. The blank system is made up of the brain, spinal cord, and nerves. And that is the next part here in the nervous system. The nervous system controls all of the other body systems. The brain is the core of the nervous system. It collects information and makes decisions. A part of your brain tells you when to breathe. A part of your nervous system tells the muscles of your digestive system to move food. The spinal cord is the main pathway for messages between the brain and the rest of the body. Nerves carry messages from inside or outside the body. A message passes from one nerve to the next nerve and so on. Soon, the messages reach the brain, which makes sense of it. Okay, guys, so looking back over here, the blank system is made up of the brain, spinal cord, and nerves. So the nervous system is made up of the brain, the spinal cord, and nerves. The blank collects information and makes decisions that enable you to breathe and digest food. What makes the decisions, guys? Your brain, the blank allows messages to travel between the brain and the rest of the body. Your nerves, right? Yep, the nerves allows messages to travel between the brain and the rest of the body. Nerves carry messages from inside or outside the body by sending messages from one blank to the next. From one nerve to the next. Your brain reacts to the messages that are sent from your sensory eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin and tells your body what to do. Your brain reacts to these messages that are sent from your sensory very top of this page, which I didn't get to read. Your nervous system sends messages from your senses, organs to your brain. Your senses, organs are your eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin. They gather information from outside your body. Your brain reacts to what is going on around you and tells your body what to do. So, they are sent from your sensory eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin and tells your body to do. So your brain reacts to what is going on around you and tells your body what to do. Sensory what? Organs. And tells your body what to do. Now we're going to look at the 4 review questions. Which statement correctly identifies the part of the circulatory system and its function? A, the brain makes decisions. B, the muscles move the body. C, the heart pumps blood. Or D, the lungs take in oxygen. Circulatory system and its function. So if you don't remember what circulatory is, go back and look. Number 2, which body system controls all of the systems of the body? The muscular system, B, the nervous system, C, the skeletal system, or D, the circulatory system. All other systems of the body. Number 3, the esophagus, stomach, and intestines are all part of one body system. Which one? The digestive system, B, the circulatory system, C, the nervous system, or D, the skeletal system. And question number 4, which system gives the body structure and support? The digestive system, the muscular system, the skeletal system, or the nervous system? Think about what it's asking: body structure and support.